Hi everyone, this is Maggie from My Favorite Things. I am doing a video today about basically my 2018 luxury wish list. As we all know, we don't need luxury, that's why it's called luxury. But I have things that I've been looking at for years, a lot of them for years, that I have not pulled the trigger on. And every time I go on the web and look at either pre-loved or the designer website, I always tend to go for the same old thing. And unfortunately, I have sort of an unwritten rule that anytime I go buy a new item, particularly handbags, that I have to get rid of what's already here. And I will link my video on my existing handbags that I currently have. But so here is pretty much everything I have that ever get rid of or sell is my Coach, because my daughter searched high and low to get me the perfect bag for my birthday. So I'm not, for sentimental reasons, I am not getting rid of that. Everything else I think is fair game. So here it goes. The top item on my wish list is the Gucci Marmont belt in black leather with gold hardware. And I want the thicker size. And actually, I wanted to talk to you, and this is going to be sort of a chit-chat video too, because there's stories to go with every one of these items. So, okay, so as you sort of hear my wish list items, I would love it if you could recommend, or if you have any ideas as to what I should sell in order to get the one that I am kind of lusting after. Or I guess the other option that I'd like to hear is to say, for you to say, no, don't sell that to get that other one that you have on your wish list, because what you have is better. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, so the belt, none of these are belts. I don't have any designer belts, so there's nothing else to get rid of to get the belt. So, but here's the story on that Gucci belt. I saw the Gucci belt in Italy when I was traveling, and they didn't have it on my size. And at that time, I thought, ooh, kind of neat, And then I kept seeing it on YouTube and Instagram. So for Christmas, my husband asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I kind of said, oh, what about a belt? So we went to the Gucci store in the city that I live in, and I tried one on. They had one on my size, I think. It's kind of hard to tell what size to get, actually, but that's another story. So my husband looked at it and thought, oh, okay, that's all right. And then he saw the price, and he said, oh my gosh, $450 plus tax for a belt. And he said, I am so sorry. Anything else, you can have a purse or anything else, but I just can't get myself to spend $450 for a belt. So you know what? It's a work in progress. So it is what it is. So, okay, fast forward another 2 months. I just had my 55th birthday. And for my birthday, which was the middle of the week, my husband got off work just a little bit earlier, and we went to the nearby mall where they had the Gucci store. And he asked again what I wanted for my birthday, and I said I wanted the Gucci belt. So he said this time, okay. And so we went, and by the way, I had a wonderful birthday, because my husband and I went and had a dinner at the Nordstrom Cafe, which they had a fantastic their food menu was fantastic. I loved it. It wasn't super expensive, but to me, it's never about the expense of something, but really company and how good the food is and all that kind of stuff. So food was great. And then we went to see a movie together, and we saw Paddington, which was fantastic. My husband and I loved it. And then after we bought the movie tickets, we had some time, so we went to the Gucci store and we tried it on. They unfortunately did not have the belt that I wanted. So I tried on different sizes, again, to try to get the sizing. But so I'm kind of so I didn't get anything for my birthday on my birthday. But I can get it anytime that they have it in. So after I come back from my vacation to Asia, I think I'm going to go check it out again. So the other luxury wish list that I have for this year is favorite MM. Again, this is a purse that I was offered favorite MM in monogram and dame ebene in Italy, in Rome. And you know what? At that time, I had just purchased the small Gucci Marmont and mini Gucci Marmont on the same day or during the same time period, and I just thought it was too similar to, like, as far as what it fits to the Gucci Marmont small, and I felt sort of guilty about buying another handbag, although my husband didn't have any problem with me getting it. And also, when I saw where the clasp was, it was a little shiny where the metal was, you know, in the canvas, so I wasn't sure if that was going to wear down as I wore it or whatever. But so I turned it down, and I could have gotten it for €750, which would have been like in the 800s after, somewhere in the mid 800s, I think, after the VAT tax refund and currency exchange. So it would have been much, much cheaper to get it there, but I didn't get it. So, and then I came home and I kept looking at the website. I kept looking at pre-loved websites, and it is, you know, even pre-loved, it's more expensive than what I could have gotten in Europe. So I just can't get myself to buy something that was offered to me at a cheaper price, brand new, and buy it used. And I don't know. So if I get it, I would get the dame ebene. So that's the other luxury wish list that I have. The third one is Alma BB, which I have been eyeing that bag since it came out, right? And I've tried it on multiple times, and I just, you know, I love it. But as much as I love it, and it fits about the same as, I think, favorite MM, I would wear that crossbody. And a lot of times I see that bag, and there's like an indentation where it hits your hips, and where the handle is, or because it's a very structured bag and you're carrying it crossbody, just the pressure of it could make it a little bit indented where the dome is, you know, on the side. So I've been hemming and hawing. I was offered, I could have bought it either black epi or indigo epi, and I turned it down. Anyway, I went to Fashion Files long time ago in Carlsbad, and I looked at it, and I was very close to purchasing it, but I don't know what made me stop, but I didn't get it. And so, but if I got it, I think I would get it in epi leather, either black or indigo or anthracite, although I've never seen anthracite in person, but I feel like those are the colors that I can probably manage. By the way, there's my little dog. That's Boomer. Okay, I digress. I can probably manage. So, as far as the monogram Alma BB, I don't think I can manage the Vachetta leather. And the dame ebene Alma BB, I have seen couple used or ones that people have worn where the bottom has bottom leather covering, the brown leather covering at the bottom, you know, the base had been scratched, and it was like, you can see it so obviously that I would be worried that I would get that scratched, especially because it's at the bottom, and you know, I'm sort of clumsy. And you know, Vachetta, forget it. I would drop some food or some sauce or ketchup or something on it. So that's the other one that I was thinking of would be on my wish list. And what's the other? The other item that's on my wish list, and this is not in any particular order other than Gucci Marmont belt, is the Petite Noe. And you might say, oh my gosh, Maggie, that has a lot of Vachetta, especially at the bottom and the side, depending on whether you get a used one or newer model or the older model. And I know it's got a lot of Vachetta, but the reason why I keep looking at it is, one, it's a classic bag that's been around for years and years and years. And two, I saw this woman in San Diego like 2 years ago, and it was a young girl, like a young girl to me. She's probably in her mid-20s, and she was wearing like a, I don't know, hippie sort of, maxi flowy dress with her hair sort of tied and just really casual, really sort of bohemian looking. And it sort of reminded me, not that I was ever that bohemian. And she had this Noe, hers was a big Noe bag, and it was just trashed. It had really dark vachetta leather, and it didn't even have one of those straps or the leather around the grommets to tie it up. It didn't even have it. It was like wide open, and she was just carrying it so casually. It was really cool. And I thought, oh, if I could just pull that off. So in my mind, I feel like I can pull it off. In my brain, in my mind, there's a little bit of bohemian side to me, I suppose. I don't know. But I am in my mid-50s, so I don't know. But I have to say, that sort of reminded me of when I was in my 20s. I used to work at a rehab center. It was a methadone clinic, and not that any of those people were wearing Louis Vuitton, but that sort of fashion, that Haight-Ashbury, San Francisco, it was in the late 70s. No, it was in the early 80s. That sort of look, that vibe, I loved it. And that's another story. If you guys ever want to hear my story of working at a methadone clinic, I'd love to tell it to you someday. But so Petite Noe, and I keep looking at it over and over and over again. I would like something with a really nice patina at the bottom, and I don't want it, it's just really, really old looking for myself. But I don't mind the patina. I just don't want ugly looking stains. If it does have ugly looking stains, I think that it has to reflect in the price. But I can't have any tears in the what is it called? What's that called? Canvas. The other item is what's called Looping Mini by Louis Vuitton, and I have seen and pictures of people who purchased this bag. This is a bag that's discontinued by Louis Vuitton, and it was made in the early 2000s. And what people have been doing is they've been taking. Should I tell you this? I want to tell you, but on the other hand, there's a selfish part of me that's like, don't share this information because then more people will want it and then the price will go up. But so if you get it used, I'm going to tell it to you. People have taken the strap, the handle off and putting their own chain strap so that they can wear it crossbody. And it sort of is a better form of, or it's like similar to Favorite MM. So, and again, in my mind, in Maggie's world, I am very crafty and I could make that happen. Although in reality, I could barely cook. So I don't know. I don't know. I keep looking at it thinking that maybe I could make that happen. I could, buy the thing, take off the strap, put in little grommets and put the chain in so I can wear it crossbody or over the shoulder. So in my mind, I have this, beautiful look with this, crafted Louis Vuitton handbag. Okay, so next item is, what did I cover? Favorite, Alma, Looping, Petite Noe. Oh, finally, the other item that I keep looking at over and over again in Pre-Loved website is the Chanel reissue 226. Now, mind you, I've never seen this Chanel reissue 226. It's just basically based on everything I read. The reason why I'm thinking of doing that is I have two Chanels. The Jumbo, which is right here, which is very boxy, and I rarely use it. But when I used it on my birthday, I loved wearing it, and I love the double flap because it gives a little slot for my phone to go inside. And then I have the Mademoiselle, vintage Mademoiselle that I got in Paris last year. And I don't wear these very often, and partly because, I love both of them. They're wonderful handbags. Partly it's because of the CC logo, because the Chanel logo is so recognizable. I don't care how small. It's not like it's all over the place. And I know you can turn it around, and sometimes I do, but I feel sort of self-conscious for wearing it sometimes, especially if I'm just meeting, you know, going to grocery store, or I do it, but I do feel self-conscious. I would like a Chanel bag that is not, that doesn't have any like real recognizable logo. So, and something that is not so boxy. Both of these are very structured bags. And I think for me, somewhat of a structure is good, but not so structured, because I just feel more comfortable when it's not so structured. So the ones that I'm thinking of getting are the Chevron reissue in aged calfskin, or and either silver or black. But I just don't know if I've read somewhere that maybe the black could chip or peel or something. If you guys have any idea of the durability of some of these things, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and reading as much as I could about Chanel reissue with different leathers and quality issues with different leathers. Now, so that's one of it. Again, I have to decide if I'm going to get any one of them, what I would get rid of. Now, that one is a purse from my mother, and it's a Bali purse that I've worn it once. And my mother, I think wore it maybe a handful of times, no more than, I don't know. It's in excellent shape. But again, it's a very structured bag, and it's very similar to this Ferragamo that I got. This one I got in, I don't remember where I got that one. I think I got that one in Paris too. So it is, so I, you know, even though it's given to me by my mom, she doesn't really have a sentimental value attached to this item. So, you know, other than this Coach purse, that's this Coach purse, and I mean, really this Coach purse and Longchamp that I use for vacation. Two items, Longchamp and Coach. Everything else, I think, is fair game. Although I love every single one of these, and I use single one of this. Is it just that I watch so many YouTube videos, and even though I should be at purse peace, I am not, because I'm just inundated with all this visuals. Anyway, okay. I hope this was sort of entertaining, and I'd love to hear your comments as to what you think I should sell in order to get one of these new pieces, or if you think that I shouldn't sell any of these to acquire any of the ones that I mentioned. Okay, I hope you have a great day, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Bye-bye.